you cook? Do you garden? Do you like animals? Do you like kids? There's something we can each do. We can all invite someone to join us in something. We can be here on Sunday, and when someone new comes in the door, it's like, oh, we're so glad to meet you. No expectations, no pressure, just an open heart. We all have an open heart. The only time it's not open is when we're afraid. But if we do our spiritual practice and we stay centered and we know how to find our own place of calm, when we live in that place of love that we know is true about us, it's so much easier to see it in everyone else's eyes. It's so much easier to be available, to be open, to be non-defensive, to be willing, to be kind. One more example of kindness. My friend lives in Arizona, outside of Tucson. I don't know if you know, but it's really hot in Arizona, especially in the summer. And she rents, but in the place that she rents is part of an HOA, a homeowners association. If you've ever lived in an HOA, they have rules. And they have little fiefdom guards that run around enforcing the rules. Mostly old, cranky, retired people, I've found, so don't be that. Okay, so the rule is you have to clear the weeds off your own property, no weeds. Well, that's great, except that in her backyard, there's like a little patio that's covered and then a little flat astroturf place for the dog to play. And then the next street, there's like a hill in her backyard, and then the next street is up there. Well, that hill is covered with stones. Now, mind you, it's not cemented in. It's just stones. It keeps the land stable, which is great, except when there's dirt in between the rocks, guess what happens? The weeds grow. Do you know how hard it is to weed uphill on a rounded surface that you can't really get your feet into? And oh, by the way, did I mention it's hot? So needless to say, the weeds have a tendency to accumulate with people who they're raising a child by themselves and they work full time. So last week, her neighbor, whom she knows only to wave when they're both in the driveway at the same time, he comes over and he says, hey, I've got some free time. I can help you with those weeds. And she's like, no, I can do that myself. I thank you so much. I appreciate it. And he says, no. He says, I'm retired. I don't have anything to do. I got a little flamethrower thingy that'll help keep him from coming back. Let me come over. I'll help you with those. And he does. And so for several hours, they both work on, he takes the hill with the rocks and the stupid climbing thing and his blowtorch. And she works on the outside. She lives in a corner house, so of course she gets to do all around the corner too. And though at the end, he gets ready to leave, and she's like, thank you. And she says, do you like ribs? I mean, are you a vegetarian or no, you like meat? And he's like, yeah, I like ribs. She says, okay, I'll bring you some ribs. Oh, no, you don't need to bring me dinner. Yes, I do. And she takes him dinner. Now, in between, after all of that, they still wave to each other in the driveway. But that's what kindness looks like. She loves to cook. She's a great cook. She shared a meal with him. He had time and tools, and he used them to help someone else. That's what I mean by taking the easy way. Do who you are in the world, and we all will benefit. Parker Palmer says, committing acts of kindness shows us the power we have over ourselves and our choices, and over whether this world is a cruel or a wondrous place to live. Namaste. Invite